Welcome. So if you are just signing on, if you're just now able to hear me, for props today, grab 2 blocks, strap if you have these things, a blanket if you have that. But if you don't worry. You can roll up your mat for this first pose. We'll do a little abdominal compression. So if you have a blanket, you can grab your blanket, grab it off the sofa, whatever you've got nearby. And then I'm gonna fold mine up about this size, and then I'm gonna start to roll it. So this is about as thick as a yoga mat, and you could just grab your mat and roll like a third of it up. And then you'll come into child's pose off the mat using the mat, or on the mat using the blanket as a little compression into your abdomen. This would be a contraindication if you're pregnant, trying to get pregnant, or if you just ate like a late lunch or something like that. Just take child's pose without the belly compression, okay? But if you'd like to give this a try, you'll place your yoga mat or your rolled up blanket or towel up into your abdomen, right at the crease of the top of your thigh and the lowest part of your belly. And then press into the blanket and lift your chest and lengthen forward. So basically you want to kind of clamp onto that blanket, but you want your bony part of your rib cage in front of it so that the blanket or the mat is compressing the soft part of your belly, not really pushing on the bony part of your rib cage. And it's kind of intense. So if you've rolled up, if you have like one of those really thick yoga mats and you've rolled it up halfway, you might just unroll it a little bit. It doesn't have to be super thick. You can start with a small roll and go from there, see what works. And again, if you are pregnant, trying to get pregnant, if you just ate a late lunch, skip the belly compression, just join me in child's pose without it. And as you settle in, go straight into your Ujjayi breath. Slow down and feel the breath. Breathe in and out through your nose. Sift your breath past the back of your throat. Steady your breath. And observe how you can relax into this compression. So with each inhale, think of breathing down to your lower back. And with each exhale, think of sinking into that compression of the roll. Just allowing your belly to soften. We'll come back to this idea in our peak pose, Mayurasana, later tonight. But let's start here. Really working with your breath to soften your belly so you can find a little more compression and massage. And just notice what arises as you pause here. A few more breaths, sensations or thoughts or emotions that you might be holding onto around your guts. Let's take 3 more deep breaths. One more. Okay, now to come out of this pose, walk your hands in, like right around your eye level, and then push into your palms and just roll on up to seated, and keep your eyes closed and sit. And if this hurts your knees, sit cross-legged. But part of the magic of this pose is coming out of it. So I invite you to just pause here and feel that you can breathe all the way down to the hips, to the low belly, to the low back, like you've opened up the ground floor of your torso. Muladhara. Notice the volume of your breath. Nice. And then when you're ready, go ahead and blink your eyes open. And you can just move your blanket to the side, or if you were using your mat, unroll your mat, come onto your mat, and find your way into your first downward facing dog. When you're ready, lift your hips. Allow any gentle movement here. Maybe you tread through the feet or the knees, bending and straightening, or shake out your head, or just do whatever feels good to say hello to this first down dog in your practice tonight. Take your time. Slow your breath. Really give yourself a moment to land. Good, and then from here, lower down to your hands and knees. Inhale, cow tilt, arch your spine, look up. Exhale, cat tilt, round your spine. Drop your head, scoop your tailbone. Inhale, cow, arch, look up, open the abdomen, throat, chest. And exhale, round your spine. Now keep that going, about 3 more, and see if you can flip your fingers around so that they point towards your knees, so you get a pretty good wrist stretch. And as you do this, notice that you can turn from just really the elbow and the wrist, or you can turn from the top of the arm, so your collarbone widens as you turn. See if you can do the latter. So you feel a little more space, not only in the wrist, but also in the collarbones, the shoulders. Good, 1 more like that. And then come back to neutral and flip your arms back around, your fingers back around, and then tuck your toes and head back into down dog where you were. And then from your downward facing dog, come forward into plank, top of a push-up. And hold here, 3 breaths. Nice, push down into your fingertips. Broaden your shoulder blades. And scoop your tailbone towards your heels. Now, try one hand at a time. Let's start with the right. From the collarbone, the shoulder, elbow, and wrist, spin your right fingertips around. Spin them back forward and try the left. Spin your left fingers back around. And then spin them back forward and then come back, down dog. As you head back into your down dog, 3 breaths here, can you root down into your fingertips so that you take some of the weight out of your wrists and the heels of your hands, almost like you could slide a sheet of tissue paper under your wrist joint. And then this time, come forward into plank, and you choose, hold here, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you flip both hands around from the collarbone, elbow, and wrist. Yeah, take 3 breaths. Scoop your tailbone, engage your legs, broaden your shoulder blades. Don't torture yourself. You can always go back to 1 at a time. And then flip them back around. And then lower all the way down onto your belly. All the way down. Cobra, Bhujangasana. For this one today, bring your fingertips right in line with your eyebrows. You point your elbows up to the ceiling and press down into your pubic bone. Inhale like you're rolling a marble with the tip of the nose. Push the nose forward, the chin forward, and then lift your ribs. You can use your fingertips a little bit, but can you feel that you can pull your fingertips energetically back towards your feet? Yeah. And then as you exhale, get a little longer forward across your mat. Head forward to lower. And let's put that on repeat 2 more times. Inhale, nose, like you're pushing a marble. Chin, heart lifts, ribs lift. Dig your fingertips down and back. And as you exhale, lengthen your rib cage forward and lower back down. 1 more time. Inhale, nose, chin, chest, ribs. Press into your fingertips and pull the fingertips energetically back. And then exhale, lengthen to lower. Tuck your toes. Plant your palms by your ribs. Firm your thighs. Navel to spine. Push up, plank. Press back, down dog. And take 3 deep breaths right here. Now, from your down dog, connect your big toe joints together. Lower your knees to the ground. Like so. I'll move this out of the way so you can see. And then spin your fingers back around towards you. Once again, from the top of the arm, not just the wrist and elbow. And then your hands are about a shoulder's width apart. Yep, looks good. Start to draw your hips towards your heels and look to the wall in front of you. So now we're opening the forearms. The heel of the hand might peel up a little bit, but try to reach it towards the ground in front of you. For 2 more. And then from here, release and sit up onto your heels. Interlace your fingers, press them out to the wall in front of you and all the way up over your head. And as you exhale, close your eyes. And feel a plumb line. Crown of the head, over the heart center, over the pelvic center. Press up with your palms, press down with your toes. Take 1 more steady breath, Ujjayi breath. And then blink your eyes open, release your hands to the mat, forward fold at the back of your mat. Go ahead and lift your knees, widen your feet about a hip's width apart. Bend your knees so you create that hinge of your hip and allow your low back to pour forward out of your pelvis. Take another full breath in. As you exhale, shift your weight forward into the balls of your feet. And then with bent knees, roll up through your spine for 5. Easy, easy, nice and slow. 4, chin to chest. Start to straighten your knees. 3, roll up through your mid-back. 2, roll all the way up to the back of your neck. 1. And once you find your way to standing, roll your shoulders up and back and down. Good, and take a little stroll to the top of your mat, feet together, standing to set up for Surya Namaskar A, hands to prayer seal. Inhale, circle your arms, push into your feet, look up. Exhale, fold forward. You can bend your knees if you'd like. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back, plank. Take a deep breath. And then exhale and walk your plank to the back of your mat so that your toes line up at the back edge of the mat. Yeah, like that. Good, good. Now walk your hands 1 handprint forward, right from where they are. Super person plank. Try not to sink in your hips. Keep your hips and shoulders in line. Maybe walk your hands 1 handprint further forward. Good, stiff as a board, look forward, belly engages, tailbone scoops, hold your ground. 1 more breath. Walk your hands in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha, inhale. Adho Mukha, exhale. Good, take 3 deep breaths, downward dog. One more full breath. And as you're ready, look forward, step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, circle your arms down, around, and up. Exhale, hands to your heart in prayer. Interlace your fingers, press your palms to the wall in front of you and up over your head. And then bend your knees, feet hips width, and round your back like a cat tilt. Round your back so you can see your toenails down below your knees. Scoop your tailbone, push your palms to the wall in front of you. Pull your belly button back towards your spine. Round, round, round. Good, release your palms of your hands to your knees, fingers point down your shins. Keep your elbows straight. Inhale, cow tilt with your spine. Look forward, look up. Exhale, round your spine like cat tilt, keeping your knees bent. Press your knees into your palms, elbows stay straight. Inhale, arch, cow tilt. Exhale, round like cat. One more time, inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Interlace your fingers, press to the wall in front of you, and then push into your feet, stand, push up through your palms, and exhale the arms wide and around and into your heart in prayer. Feet back together. Inhale, circle your arms, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. You can bend your knees if you need. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step, hop, float, Chaturanga Dandasana, right away this time. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, all the way down onto your belly. Bring your forehead to the ground, palms down by your thighs, facing down. And then lift just your legs, Ardha Shalabhasana. Press down into your palms. Can you widen your collarbones? Spread your toes and stay with it for 3 more breaths. Lift up through your inner thighs. You'll feel your lower back engage. Roll your outer thighs down, your inner thighs up. And the outer edges of your collarbones lift like a smiley face. 1 more. Lower your legs, press to all fours, and take child's pose. Big toes touch, knees wide, arms outstretched. No compression this time, so you have a bit more space in your child's pose. Big breath in. Big breath out. 1 more. And back up to all fours. And then we'll meet back in that down dog whenever you're ready. Lift your hips. 3 deep breaths. Press down into your fingertips and lighten the contact of the heel of the hand, the wrist. Spread some of its weight load into the fingertips. Find your grip strength. 1 more. Look forward, step, hop, or float, right where you're looking, top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, nice. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle your arms down, around, and up. Exhale, hands to your heart, bend your knees, brush the floor. Utkatasana, fierce pose. Let's take a little march here. So as you exhale, make fists and lift your right knee right in front of your right hip. Broaden your collarbones, elbows back and in. Inhale, Utkatasana. And exhale, bend your elbows, lift your left knee. Widen your collarbones, elbows back and in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Next time your right leg lifts, exhale. Let's hold here. And then we're going to bend the left knee, the standing leg, straighten the right leg. Keep the elbows in and up, warrior 3, with a bent left leg, straight right leg. Look forward, hug your elbows in. Good, and then can you bob right back up? Inhale. Exhale. Look forward, left knee bent, right leg straight. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. It's okay if you fall, just come back to it, no biggie. Exhale. And stay. Can you lift your elbows towards the ceiling and hug them in? And then take a giant step back. High lunge. Reach your arms up. Interlace your fingers. Press the ceiling away. Lengthen your tailbone down. One more deep breath here. And as you exhale, plant your hands, step it back, plank pose, top of a push-up. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Look forward. Step hop or float, top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Right away, left knee lifts, make your fists. And then as you inhale, you're gonna straighten your left and bend your right. Elbows in and up. And then come right back up. Inhale, keep your arms, lift your knees, straighten your right. Exhale, look forward. Good, 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, bend the right, elbows in and up, look forward. Last time, inhale, and then stay there as you exhale. Hold here. Can you draw your elbows up? And in. And feel your upper back engage as you look forward, lift your heart. High lunge, step your left foot back. Reach the arms up. Interlace your fingers and press the ceiling away. One more huge breath here. And as you exhale, release your hands to the mat, step back, plank pose, lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Full breath out. One more on your own. Look forward, step hop or float right on back, top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana. This time, feet together, hands to your heart in prayer. Twist right, left arm across. Sit down a little deeper, lengthen forward and turn to the right. Stay where you are or feel free to split your arms. 3 more. Come right back through Utkatasana, hands back to prayer seal if they're not already there. And then twist left, right arm across, left leg. Sit down a little lower, go forward with your heart center, your crown, your spine. Stay or split. Breathe your right lung through to the left wall as you inhale. And as you exhale, lean your left shoulder blade back over your right. 3 more. Last breath here. Back through the center, hands to prayer if they're not already there. Bring your feet hips width. Reach your arms up. Cactus shape arms. Interlace or grab a strap. Hold the strap material. Lift your knuckles back. Look up. Lower your belly, then your ribs, then your chest. Good, and last of all, your head. Forward fold with interlock or strap. Shift the weight forward out of your heels and into the balls of your feet. Relax the full weight of your head forward. If you have the strap, stay exactly where you are. If you don't have the strap, just release the heel of the hand. Keep the fingers laced. Flip the fingernails or the back of your knuckles to your back, palms up. And then see how high you can walk your hands up your back towards your shoulder blade area. Bend your knees, press your low belly to the very top of your thighs. Relax your head. Now everybody, If you're holding a strap, you'll just let that go. Take the fingertips to the outer border of your shoulder blades near your armpits. And your elbows as close to your outer shins as you can. Yeah. So some of you might be able to kind of touch and clamp on like this. Others, you're reaching in that general direction. Really mobilizing the scapula on the back of your rib cage here. If you make contact, press your elbows against your outer shins. And then last position, release from there. Interlace your fingers and bring them to the back of your neck, the base of the skull. Shift your weight forward out of your heels. You could give your neck a little massage. That might feel sweet. Just one more breath. And then gently release. Inhale, half lift, Ardha. Exhale, step hop, float, chaturanga, dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Inhale, lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, open your hip and bend your knee. Take a full breath here. And as you exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Left heel down, warrior two. Left arm windmills you up, overhead, and back. Take several breaths here, widen across the chest. Drop down into your pelvis and right thigh. And return to that slow, spacious Ujjayi breath you started out with. And with your next inhale, flip your right palm, joust your right fingertips a little further forward, and then reverse your warrior. And stay here, but just drop your right hand down. So your pinky finger will descend towards your right thigh. It might even touch. Thumb up, pinky down, palms low in front of you. Now relax, if you haven't already, the weight of your head towards your left shoulder. Neck release. So you get this really yummy stretch around here, even though this all is on fire. So see if you can breathe and feel into both at the same time, the intensity, the ease, the space. Maybe even drop a little lower into your hips. Two more. Heavy head. Easy jaw. From here, side angle. Slide your right forearm to your thigh, or slide your right hand inside, heel of hand, heel of foot. Lift your left arm and spread it overhead. Uttita Parshva Konasana, extended side angle. Push down into your left heel. And from there, go forward with your breastbone and around yourself to the left with your ribs. One more breath. Skandasana. Slide both hands inside your right foot. Pivot your left heel in. Walk your hands over to the left. Bend your left. Straighten your right. Stay up high. Come down low. Or if you'd like, eagle up your arms. Right arm on top of left. And breathe. Good. From here, gently, slowly release. Come through the center. Bend both of your knees. Reach your hands up onto your thighs and pause. We're going to twist to the right. Press down into your left hand or left forearm. And we're going to hold here a little while. So you might lower your torso and start to stack your right shoulder more on top of your left. Really look over your right shoulder to the wall or even the ceiling. One more. And come back to the center and go the other way. Press down into your right hand or forearm if you're on your forearms. Look to the left wall, maybe dip down a little lower. We're going to hold here. Maybe start to stack your shoulders, see the ceiling. One more. From here, come right on back to the center. Reach your arms up over your head, hands to prayer. As you exhale, hands to your heart, straighten your knees. Good. Spin your 10 toes forward. Bring your hands to your hips. Lift your heart, look up, and then exhale, fold halfway over. Take a huge breath in. Exhale, fold from your hips. You can bend your knees to do that. And then walk your hands forward, like down dog. You can tent your palms. You could put a block under your forehead or 2 blocks, one under either hand. And either of those options could feel really good, or if you don't have props, stay right where you are, knees bent or straight. Take your time to really slow down your breath. Now walk your hands back in. You can move the blocks out of the way if you were using those. Walk your hands back to the top of your mat, all the way over to the right. And then from here, step back plank. Lower all the way to your belly. Locust, palms down. Lift head, chest, and legs. Thumbs down, pinkies up. Now lift your pinkies way up and hug them in without touching. And then as you lift your pinkies a little higher, imagine someone's holding your wrists and pulling your rib bones up a little higher. Yeah. 2 more. Good. Up dog, plant your hands. Urdhva Mukha, firm your thighs, lift your knees. And back to down dog. Exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, open your hip and bend your knee. Full breath here. And then as you exhale, step your left foot through. Warrior 2, right heel down. Right arm windmills up over your head and back. And take a moment, a few breaths here. Drop down into your hips, widen through your chest, your rib bones. Good. Slow it down. Feel right on down into the left heel. Feel how that helps you draw down into your left hip. Good. Flip your left palm, joust it forward a little, and then from here, reverse your warrior. And we'll keep this shape, this space. Just drop your left arm down, pinky tip down, palm to this long wall of your mat, long edge of your mat wall. And relax your head to the right. Widen your collarbones. Take some of that stress, or even just the way you hold and brace against the cold of winter, and let that melt off your shoulders. Heavy head, easy jaw. Now go down into the strength of your hips. And feel both the intensity and the ease, the yumminess, the space, both at once. Hold space for both. 2 more breaths. From here, side angle, forearm to thigh or hand to the floor. And then we'll take that right arm up over the very crown of the head, Uttita Parshvakonasana. Good. Press off of your back heel and fly forward through your breastbone. Turn your rib cage to the right. Find your breath. One more. Both hands inside of your left foot. Pivot your right heel in and walk your hands towards the back of your mat. Skandasana. You can stay up high. You can come down low. Or eagle it up, left over right. And then Find your breath, hold your ground. One more. Find the center, release your hands, bend both knees. And from here, bring your hands up onto your thighs and press evenly into both hands, no twist. Stay here, or even walk your hands up to your hips if the wrists have the mobility. And you can straighten your elbows and feel an action of traction between the bottom of your rib cage and the top of your pelvis. Decompress at your lumbar spine. Yeah, it should feel really good. You can stay here with your torso tipped forward, and that might feel great. If that hurts your wrists, you can come onto your forearms. Yeah, or if this feels good, kind of climb the rib cage up out of the pelvis. One more. Good. From here, hands to your heart, straighten your knees, and then spin the 10 toes to the long edge of the mat. You might grab your strap if it's nearby and make a loop. It's about shoulders width. Yeah? Okay. And then you can just set that down. Bring your hands to your hips. Loop your shoulders back and down. Lift your heart. Inhale. And as you exhale, fold halfway. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, fold all the way. Now, if your strap is there, grab it. Come close to the screen to show. You're going to be in a forward fold. Grab your strap and bring it right around the elbow area. So just a little below them. You're going to walk your hands rather than forward into down dog, back, like you're threading a needle, back through the space between your 2 feet as much as you can. Your head might even touch the ground. You can bend your knees here, that's always allowed. And then can you press your arms out into the boundary of the strap? And if your head is touching and you're pressing out into the strap, you're gonna start to wake up a connection to your core that creates a lightness in your feet and legs. So we're not gonna go into a headstand from here. Maybe we would in the studio. But you feel that possibility. Your core gets concentrated and strong. And your feet and legs start to feel light as you press out into the strap. 2 more. I knew it could be a core workout just to press out into a strap in this pose. Yeah, okay, good. Let's slowly, gently release. Move the strap out of the way. And then walk your hands all the way back to the top of your mat, all the way to the left. Good. Step back, plank pose. Lower all the way down to your belly. And then draw your palms to the ground and come back into that locust pose. Lift your head, chest, and legs, thumbs down, pinkies up. Lift and adduct or hug in. Lift. Spread your toes. Lift like someone's pulling your ribs up. Yeah. Good. One more. All right, up dog, plant your hands, lift your heart. Down dog, lift your hips. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, open your hips, stay here or flip yourself inside out and turn your chest to the ceiling. One more breath. As you exhale, we'll meet back. Right hand down, right leg up. We'll meet up here, 3-legged. And then step your right foot through, warrior 2. Left heel down, left arm windmills you up. Exhale, open into the shape. Inhale, reverse it. Exhale, half moon. Feel free to pick up a block along the way, tall height under your right hand. Lift your left heel to hip height. Find your balance. Yeah. Open your arms. You can even float your right hand looking down to the block for balance, or bringing your hands to prayer. Two more. As you inhale, reverse your warrior. And as you exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the ground and wiggle your right foot to the left and come on into pigeon. Lower your right hip to a block or the floor. Press your hands down into your ankle and right thigh and widen your chest. Puff your chest like a pigeon puffs its feathers. And then come forward. You can always modify this one on your back. Right ankle across left thigh. Come on forward. Take the next 3 deep breaths to scan your body, head to toes and fingers. And just exhale and release any areas that don't need to be holding on right now. Shoulders, jaw, wherever you might carry your stress. One more breath. All right, ease your way back up. We'll meet up in down dog, and if you want to take a vinyasa, feel free, chaturanga up dog, or just stay in your down dog for a couple of breaths. Your call. All right, let's do that on the other side. When you're ready, lift your left leg. Inhale. Open your left hip. Exhale. Stay here or go slow. Flip yourself, my wild things. Turn your chest open, open, open for one more breath. And then we'll flip ourselves right on back. Left hand down, left leg up. Let's meet here if you didn't do that wild thing. And then step your left foot through, warrior 2. Right heel down, right arm windmills you up. Exhale to arrive, opening. Inhale, reverse it. And then from here, exhale into half moon. Feel free to pick up a block along the way. Right heel to hip height. Lift your right arm. Maybe find your balance. Look down at the block and release your left hand, or even bring your hands to prayer seal at your heart. 2 more. On your next inhalation, release, step back, reverse your warrior. And as you exhale, cartwheel your hands down and head right into pigeon pose. Lift your back heel, wiggle your left foot to the right, and lower your left shin. You can lower your hip to the mat or a block, or modify on your back, left ankle over right thigh. Tack that left shin down and puff up your chest. Push down into the shin, lift your belly, lengthen your tailbone. Awesome. As you're ready, come on forward, pigeon. Three more deep breaths. And give your body this space to soften. Scan your body and notice where you can let go, what doesn't need to grip right now. One more. Okay, and then slowly unwind and come back to down dog. If you want to cycle through your very last vinyasa, go for it, or hold here. One more breath. Lower your knees to the ground. So here we start to explore our Mayurasana. Our wrists are warmed up, our back is nice and activated. So go at your own pace. I'm going to offer several options. One of the key pieces of this pose is strength and finding your back and your core. but also softening in so that you can, just like we started in child's pose with the roll into the abdomen, kind of soften in to your belly. All right, so we're gonna start here on all fours, see what's possible, just kind of be playful and light about it. Take your right hand and flip it from the collarbone, elbow, and wrist, so your fingers point back. Walk your left hand a little further forward and then start to bend your right elbow. And as you bend it, you're gonna swing it in, like in towards your inner right hip. And then maybe lower down into that right elbow, massaging the right side of your belly. You can keep your knees on the ground or pick them up off the ground. I'm gonna show from the other side because Zoom is a little flat sometimes. So we were here, we flipped the right palm, walked the left forward, so your fingers are pointing opposite directions, and then I bend the elbows and swung the right elbow right inside my hip. You could stay here or pick up your knees. I'm also gonna show from one more angle, just if that helps. So if I was on my mat, I'd be here. Like you have to get that elbow clear inside of your hip, and the other hand is here, and your elbows are both bent. Yeah, try it on the other side. If you haven't already, come back to all fours. So we're just starting the process one arm at a time. Left fingers turn around from the collarbone, elbow, and wrist. Right hand comes forward. You can keep both knees on the ground the whole time. Can you bend your left elbow and hug it in? Now you could stay here or lift your knees. And then can you hold? And can you keep your back strong so you're in a long line, but sink into your gut, your psoas, your obliques, your belly. One more breath. Come on up and shake out your dear little wrists. Now we're gonna try two at the same time, but you can always just repeat what we just did, one at a time. So come to all fours, toes curled under, one arm, the other arm. This time bring your pinkies in a little closer. They might touch. And then bend your elbows. Move your chest forward. So as I bend my elbows, I don't just stay there. I bend and go forward and then get in there to the gut. You can stay here with your knees down or lift your knees up. Okay, I'm gonna come out of it just so I can see how's it going. One arm at a time or both together. Yeah, good. You could always prop up your forehead on a block if that's helpful, or even lower it all the way to the ground. So if you're doing one arm at a time, feel free to lower. Maybe if you lower the forehead, you can lift your knees, and then maybe your forehead can lift. You can also do that with both arms. Your forehead can come down, and maybe it can come up. Okay, keep it going. I'm just gonna watch. You can play, experiment. How's it going? Shake out your wrists whenever you need to. Susan, see if you can get your elbows a little lower. So I'm gonna come close to the screen and show where my elbows are. My hip bones are right here. My elbows are in, like that. So when you come into this pose, you have to flex your spine a little bit to get into that position. You're not open in your chest. You're actually flexing your spine in order to bring your elbows in and also low enough, right? In and low enough. You're gonna be kind of in this position, right? Now, if that's all going well, you can use your props under your forehead, under your breastbone. Last piece to try today maybe is bringing the feet into Baddha Konasana and lifting the feet up. So you can start with your feet together, pinky fingers touch. Try to get your elbows in, and then maybe with a block under your forehead or not, see if you can lift your feet. Okay, your turn. You could put this under your forehead or forehead to the ground. Last go of it. Shake out your wrists whenever you need. Yeah, Yeah, Susan. That's where you want to be, even a little lower. It's a weird feeling because you kind of have to posteriorly tilt your tailbone in order to get in there. Yeah, good. Okay, let's let go of that, but you could come back to it, shake out your wrists, maybe come back to it at the end of a practice when you're nice and warm. This is a really good pose for the belly. We're massaging and compressing and kind of digging into the belly. Peacock pose, called peacock because peacocks could eat poisonous snakes and survive the poison. So it's thought to be this pose that's like magical for our digestive organs. So we're getting in there. Even if you're not lifting your feet, you can still work one arm at a time. It's almost more therapeutic that way, to just allow your gut to sink into one arm. You would always do the right side first and then the left to follow the map of our digestion that goes up the right and then down the left. All right, we'll let go of that. Bring your knees together and sit in Virasana and grab a couple of blocks, middle height, behind you. Now, if this is uncomfortable on your knees, skip it and lie on your back. Come into half happy baby pose, just to open up your hip flexors one at a time. But if it's possible for your body tonight, come on down onto one block, middle height, right at your shoulder blades, and the other block, middle height, right at the back of your head. And then take a moment to settle in here in Supta Virasana. You might press the hands into the heels and find that traction, that action of traction, ribs up out of hips. You might lift the block under your head higher or stay on your forearms, so listen to your body here. You might take your arms overhead and grab opposite elbows. And this gentle opening of the chest could feel nice after coming out of Mayurasana. I'm going to offer a couple arm variations, but you're welcome to stay right where you are. If you want to give these a try, the first step is to grab the block under your head and move it out of the way. And then reach your right arm across your body to the left wall. Grab your right arm and pull it across and turn your head to look to the right. Stay here or eagle up your arms. Grab your right wrist. Pull your fingertips to the wall behind you and down into the floor. And then you can plug your right shoulder into your throat. Go down into your hips. Hook your elbows and draw them to the wall behind you. One more breath. Switch. Unwind your arms. If you're in half happy baby, make sure you've moved to side 2 by now. Take your left arm across, right hand across the left arm, and look left. You could stay here or eagle it up. Grab your left wrist, pull your fingers back, plug them in, plug your left shoulder to your throat, go down into your hips, hook your elbows and pull them back to the wall behind you. One more. And then when you're ready, if you have these eagle arms, just gently release. We'll start to find our way up from Supta Virasana, chin to chest, prop to your forearms, and then lift on up. Good, and then from here, lift your seat, sit off to one side, bring your legs out in front of you. So if you're on your back doing the half happy, come on up and join us for Janu Sirshasana. Take your right foot across your left thigh, reach your arms up, and as you exhale, reach across. You can even bend your left knee if this is a bit of a stretch for you, and grab your left foot with a bent knee or maybe with the help of a strap, or deepening, grab your right wrist. And as you inhale, look out beyond your left foot, and as you exhale, fold forward over that leg. One more here. And slowly, gently come up. You can keep your right foot right where it is, twist to the right, left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you. Or since we've done some pigeon, already gotten into those hips, maybe you want to take your right foot into half lotus. Grab the big toe, left hand to right knee, twist right. 3 more breaths. Root down into your sitting bones. Left knee, left 5 toes, point up to the ceiling. Last breath. And then gently, slowly unwind yourself and switch. Right leg out, left leg in. Vinyasa. You can bend your right knee if that's useful. Work with a strap. Fold forward, grabbing foot, strap, or to deepen, grabbing left wrist. Inhale, lengthen across the leg, and exhale, fold in. Vinyasa. From here, come on up and we'll twist. Left hand behind you, right hand to left knee, twist left. Or if you want to try lotus on this side, left foot to right hip. Maybe catch your left big toe with your left first 2 fingers. Right hand to left knee, twist left. Feel your right thigh engage, right knee and 5 toes point up. One more breath. And we'll slowly, gently unwind. Release your arms and legs all the way down into Shavasana. Take a moment. If you have any props you want to set up with, get cozy, blanket, eye pillow, maybe a bolster under your thighs. Take a deep breath in through your nose and sigh it out through your mouth. Allow your body this time and space to let go. Begin to deepen your breath. If you want to stay here a little longer, please feel free. If you're ready to come out, bend your knees. Draw the soles of your feet flat to the ground. Roll to your right side and rest there, breath. When you're ready, come back up to seated with your eyes still closed. Gather the palms of your hands together in prayer seal and Anjali Mudra at your heart center. And we'll seal our practice with one final Om. Deep breath in. For being here tonight. To move and breathe and be with you all. Have a good rest of your evening. See you soon.